This is John Young with Weekend Handyman. Today we're going to be talking about air conditioning units that'll keep you cool in the summer and to help keep you warm in the winter. And I've got TJ Wheeler here from Friedrich. Good afternoon, TJ.
Hey, good afternoon, John.
Let's talk about one of my favorite topics is the whole ductless world of air conditioners. And you've got a variety of those on display there. Let's talk about what those can do for the homeowner.
Great, John. Yeah. So ductless air conditioning systems, or duct-free splits, or mini splits, as a lot of times they're often called, are a fairly emerging type of technology here that is a new way of air conditioning rooms, like room air conditioners. Typically, we would accomplish that with a window air conditioner, maybe a through-the-wall air conditioner. The ductless split systems, what those give you is a totally different way to approach this, and it does a couple of different really great things. One, it frees up your window or your wall, so you no longer have to have something at eye level or potentially even taking up your window, and moves it up and out of the way. It also does that by moving the condensing section, or oftentimes the more noise making section of the air conditioner, and moves that split. So that's the split piece of this, where that puts that all outside and away from the indoor. So now it's a much quieter system. The other advantage of the Friedrich systems is that all of our systems feature inverter compressors. What that basically means in a nutshell is that they're variable speed, variable capacity, and extremely high efficiency. So you're going to save a lot of money on your energy bills year after year. And that's not only on the cooling side, as you mentioned, but also for heating as well.
Very nice. Now, it looks like you've got some different size indoor units. Now, tell us a little bit more about what the differences are between the different indoor units.
Sure, we do. And here I'm standing in our training center, and we've got 4 of our models listed, shown here. And they range anywhere from our small capacity 9,000 BTU unit, which would be good for a bedroom or a small workspace, all the way up to our larger units up at the top there, which would be a 2 or a 3 ton air conditioner, which are made for very large spaces, like an open area, like a combined living room, kitchen area, or maybe even a more commercial workspace like this, like a training center. We have a lot of these all wired up and hooked up, and they condition us when the main system can't keep up.
Very nice. Now, with the different indoor units, now could those be kind of mixed and matched a little bit with an outdoor unit, or do you need to have one outdoor unit per indoor unit?
Well, the answer to that really is yes. So we can actually install, if you have only one room that you need to condition and solve for that. We can connect one indoor unit to one outdoor unit. But if you have multiple rooms, like say in a home where you might have 3 bedrooms and a kitchen / living area that you would like to condition, we can connect 4 or even up to 8 zones on one outdoor air conditioning system.
Wow.
And give you individual control of each one of those rooms through the use of a handheld remote control or even a wall-mounted controller in each of those rooms.
Nice. So if mom and dad want the bedroom a little bit warmer, they can have it set at 74. And if the kids want it at 68, we're all good to go.
That's right.
Very nice. Let's talk about the heating side of it now. With the heating side now, will that be able to take me into the winter as it gets colder outside?
Yeah, in the case of the mini splits, these are going to be heat pump models. So they're relying on the reverse refrigerant cycle to provide the heating. And there's a lot of negative stereotype around that has typically said that it cannot condition down to low temperatures. Well, Friedrich solves that again with the inverter technology that I mentioned, and we can provide heating down to 5 degrees Fahrenheit, down to 0, and some of our models even much lower than that as well. Now, if you're living in an area that has much lower temperatures than that for a consistent period of time, we would recommend that you pair one of these with a secondary system like a baseboard or a natural gas heating system, which traditionally most homes already have.
For sure. So if I'm in a central U.S. state where it gets down to maybe 15 to 20 degrees at the coldest in the winter, it would be able to really provide heat throughout that whole winter.
Absolutely, it would be perfect, and you would save a significant amount of energy over other types of heating systems, whether it be oil or gas fired, or even the least efficient of electric heat.
Very nice. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about is the installation of some of those units. I mean, we can see those, we can find them online, and we think they're awesome. What do we need to do to install one of those?
Yeah, the unfortunate part with the mini splits is that even though the actual hanging of it on the wall and setting of the condensing unit is very simple and straightforward for most of us handymen, because you are running refrigerant piping from this indoor piece to the outdoor, the EPA does require a licensed refrigerant technician to do the final installation of this. So that would be the proper charging and balancing of the system if it's needed. Typically, that can be done in just a couple of hours total installation. So normally the type of installer would be a trained HVAC technician, of which Friedrich has over 1,000 in the U.S. that have been factory trained and certified. So our website has a full list of those as well.
Yeah, they could easily be found there. Now, one question that came as you were talking about installation then, are there any, there's going to be some holes going through. How many different things have to go through the wall to connect it to?
Well, that's actually a really good question as well. With the mini split system, even though we're taking what's normally a big boxy air conditioner and splitting the two, the only part that has to pass through that exterior wall is about a 3-inch diameter hole that contains just your two refrigerant pipes and your electrical connection as well. So it's a 3-inch diameter hole that goes, as you can see, these are all powered up and operating units. So there's nothing visible from the front of the system. It all goes out behind the unit. So it's very well finished off when you're done with the installation.
Wow, that sounds great. TJ, if people like to find more information, where can they go to check these out?
Absolutely. Our website at friedrich.com.
And we'll put that link down in the description below so you guys can go check that out and find out more about these split units here or the ductless air conditioning systems from Friedrich. TJ, thank you much for being with me today.
Yeah, thank you, John.